Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Laurel and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
The old ones used their focuses to send all kinds of messages back in the day.
All over the world, too.
Hey,
I've already got the look.
good.
I heard you in
News travels.
It wasn't exactly
There were just things that need
a healthy crop to those who clear.
any progress.
It is. Gaia warned me. The code must be. Most are in. No. So, wandered it.
Okay, I'll neither.
I'm sending the. My people made. When you see them, and once again.
We're not gonna let. You look like you have.
We're going to war soon. And war is. But. It makes me realize just how much life was fighting for that gift.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there.
I don't know what you. Read anything in.
I found out the old one. Apparently it helped that and some sort of. Me. Yes. To know that the seeds I carry in this pouch, it gives me hope that the.
Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new though when he told her she was free to access all the. We showed her to the archive room so she could.
That sounds like all of us. You and Varl doing okay?
We're doing fine. Although I admit it, but then who'd look at.
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding what could go wrong?
How are things with that?
Slightly quieter. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of called it metal versus. You'd think we have enough of that.
I should go. As you'll hear about it.
Was there something else you wanted to talk?
About
3 of them dove.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Good.
So this date... Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
Back at the greenhouse.
Diviners are meant to... and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use. But the Board of Overseers claims certain... like discovering one of our refugees. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments. Only Overseers can view. It ensures that any heretical data...
What happens to Divine?
I never...
You said you owed me an explanation.
Right. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew. As such, he sponsored many Diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything whom we considered the...
Ted Pharaoh, Rick.
I know better now. Anyway, the Diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problem. If only we could find... Perhaps we could... The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources, dozens of ships, scouting missions, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire, the living embodiment of... It may seem strange now, but for a time, we really believed. We had no idea...
The ancestors.
Yes and no. Those whose legacy to medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage.
The CO called Elizabeth so...
Right. Well, any old of the ancestor, that's how we thought of Sobek. And our limited, misinformed...
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, Diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best. You mentioned there was...
Yes. So, as I was sifting through... It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. Sprawling... The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But the data from the greenhouse...
Another pharaoh?
No. Leviathan was a project, but... So, if we can acquire... Every year, my sister...
Okay.
That's the thing. Would you come with me? You're much better at fighting.
Of course.
Thank you.
You mentioned Eric...
The Zenith, he is known to combing through data related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers use to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most But, based on your encounter with him, it appears he's yet another...
Well...
If only the
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid whatever legacy they left...
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors... And here on Earth.
Yeah, it is. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark, the legacy tells us. Or Sung Jiao, whom it is said she found new... But my curiosity fades when I think of how different the reality that... Perhaps...
I see you've been using...
It's been fascinating. What would have taken me years to sort through. With this, I've been able to establish this could revolutionize... That is, whatever part of it the over...
You wanted data.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsup... And knowing you, I suspect there is... But I was... Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way...
Any more data?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. I'm particularly interested... We knew the ancestors had made it to... We theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. I imagine you don't know anyone here that...
It's funny because... Not that you... I mean, you are, but even...
We grew up very different.
Yes.
I hope everyone...
Oh, yeah, of course. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the over...
Sounds restricted.
You are not...
Have you spoken?
A little... I did hear Zoe seemed so... and she looked...
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime.
Maybe.
If you need...
You have... Gaia's explained your plan in detail. I've even received some very... you know?
What kind of...
He...
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough. I should go.
Of course. Before you do, it sounded like there was...
Not anymore.
To understand.
And, like I said, I'll let you know what...
I appreciate it.
Did you know there used to be a rainforest so big the old ones called it?
Where's that music the Oseram plays? Aloy.
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's...
Ah.
Really?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a...
Did he...
In time. But not...
Ah. How are you studying?
I wanted to learn...
And?
I looked up this pharaoh and learned about the plague of... To think that the ancient world was wiped out by... There is no glory or honor in such a fate.
That about some... Think you're ready?
I am Tenakth.
Have you spoke?
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp. That much is certain.
Trust me.
I will take your...
You nervous?
If I live, it will be in victory. What matters most is that you achieve...
I'll do my best. I should go.
I await your order.
Looks like the old ones used their sculptures, but then